The following program is intended for adults only, in compliance with copper regulations,
and it is not to be viewed by anyone
under the age of 13. So if you're under the age of 13, please turn away now. Thank you. Enjoy. Ooh, ooh. Your dreams can come true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hero School Episode 0 is here. And what I'm about to deliver is sincere to send your shivers right into your pineal gland with a message that I know you all can really understand about the path of the fool. The path that you can always choose to throw a little chaos. Chaos in your destiny, cause chaos ain't your enemy. Yeah, you can take the chance to be a fool too, and you can lead the dance into a new timeline in the multiverse and beyond. Being a fool where there is nothing wrong with doing what you need to do something that nobody could ever predict, to prove that you really exist. I'm telling you the truth and I'm not gonna twist it in any kind of way. So listen up to what I say about the path of the fool today on episode 0 of Hero School. Cause you can learn to be a hero cause you ain't no fool. The hero's journey starts here. It starts right now. So holy fuck, holy cow, let's buckle our safety belts. Yeah, you know, you learn a lot right here on the show. Yeah, emissary of Cherry Diz and Dante Estelle, they're all here in the chat looking at your friend forever with this new episode. I've gotta unload these things that just make your mind explode when you hear the things that I'm gonna fucking bring to the table. Are you ready, willing, and able to learn some truth about being a hero? The path of the fool. Yeah, I'm telling you, it is so cool to be unpredictable. Oh, don't you know? That's why this is the best-selling show. Because you don't always do what the other versions of you always do. Do you know it's true? In the multiverse, there are so many different versions of you. So what are you gonna do? Take the path of the fool. Your journey, you're learning how to be a hero in your own unique way. And you're gonna learn some more right here up on the show today. The path of the hero. The hero's journey. Are you a zero? There is nothing wrong with that, don't you see? Come on and be a fool like me. Yeah, the path of the fool. Your hero's journey starts here. Everything I'm about to reveal is just so sincere. So listen up. Yo, it's time to listen up. Wow. Hell yeah. Welcome, everyone in the multiverse and beyond. This is your friend forever, Evan Lefavor. Welcome to Hero School, Episode 0. Episode 0, y'all. The path of the fool. So what is Hero School? What is Hero School? Allow me to clear my throat and drink some hydration. On this show, on Hero School, we're going to break down the hero's journey And, you know, the hero's journey is a real thing that we all experience in our own unique ways. Each and every one of us is on our own hero's journey on this planet. Holy shit. And, sorry. Whew. I haven't done a stream in a while, so. Whew, clear my throat. As I was saying, this show is a place where you can learn how to be a better hero. A show that can help on your own hero's journey with some cool tips, some cool secrets, some cool insights. All right. So, what is the path of the fool? What does that even mean? What does the path of the fool even mean? It means that you can always do the logical thing in any given situation. You can always think about it and do the predictable thing, the predictable response. You can always, it's like you can always go to work, and on your way to work, you can always take the same route because, it's the most efficient route, or maybe it's the way home from work. You, even though you're not in a rush on your way home from work, you just taking the same route, not even thinking. All right. But you do it because you know the route, and so you go the route. But the path of the fool is taking the path less traveled. It's taking a chance on doing something unpredictable, on doing something that might be illogical, but just to create a new timeline, because that's what happens when you do something that's unpredictable. When you do something that is outside of the normal, your everyday schedule or whatever, when you go out on a journey, let's say you want to go out on an adventure, on a walk, certain people will take the path where they chart out their journey. Their journey is going to be, they type it into Google Maps, and Google Maps tells them every fucking turn to make, everywhere to go. But then, then you're just like, where's the fun in that? Right? But taking the path of the fool, you can go out on an adventure and you just start walking in one direction, and you use various methods to determine which direction you take from there, and then from there, and then from there, and then from there. Maybe go on, and the route you take is determined in a way that is not pre-planned, and it might seem illogical and foolish to go somewhere, go to a destination that you don't even know where it is yet. That's the path of the fool. And when you take the chance to take the path of the fool, when you take the chance to get off of work and take a new route home, you go a different way than usual. Just that small little deviation of what you usually do can make all the difference in the world, and it actually does. Through the butterfly effect. Okay? So you have to understand that the path of the fool, the reason the fool is wise is because he's not overthinking things. He's not scared of, going on an adventure. He's not scared of what's in front of him. He just keeps trudging along fearlessly, And so the path of the fool, it's gonna, you never know. When you choose the path of the fool, you're creating an all new timeline, right? And you never know what's gonna happen, because life will give you opportunities to be in the right place at the right time. You never know how you're going to be rewarded for doing something that's out of ordinary or unpredictable or outside of your normal routine in just the slightest way. Because here's the spoiler alert, y'all. This is a big part of Hero School, and it's a 111 Illuminati secret. We are living in a simulated reality, an advanced fifth dimensional video game, a 5D video game created by 111 Interactive Entertainment, folks. And in this game that we are existing in, this simulated reality, this experience, this experience that we're in, this simulation that we're in, it has a consciousness, all right? There is a conscious AI that governs the multiverse and generates all the atoms in our existence, no differently than polygons are generated in a three-dimensional video game. So that is why the people here that are in this reality, we're all on our own hero's journey. You know, everybody. You know, because the truth of the matter is everybody's the hero in their own story, no matter what. No matter how many times they might fail or how many times they might succeed in whatever the current bar of success is set at, depending on whoever's setting that bar. But what's important is we all have our own journey. We all have our own story. We've all been through so many different things and will be through so many different things. But this simulated reality that we are a part of, it will interact with you. The simulated reality itself is conscious, and it will interact with you. And the thing is, yeah, if you don't, quote unquote, believe in magic, you're not going to see it, all right? You're going to be blind. You're going to be blind to the truth of reality if you're not willing to open up your eyes to see it, all right? So the reality is, when you take the path of the fool, you are engaging the simulation. You get the attention of the simulation because suddenly you're creating this divergent timeline. You're making this crazy choice, you know, to turn left when you usually turn right. You know, you're just creating this divergent timeline because you're using the path of the fool to kind of send something new intentionally into destiny, right? So in Hero School, just like Love Club, Hero School is a production of Love Club. It's a Love Club production. And we're going to give some homework assignments, all right? Some homework assignments. Assignment number 1, stay properly hydrated. Assignment number 2, I want you to at least once in the near future or whenever you choose, take the path of the fool. take the path of the fool. Right? And you want to know why? Why would you want to do that? What is there? What is, logical people will say, well, I would rather be informed and make a logical decision and plan things out and do things logically and, write things down. And then there's the path of the fool where there's no planning, it's just doing. Right? So you are, when you're doing the path of the fool, you're interacting with this reality in a brand new way. You're drawing outside of the lines, right? When it comes to the multiverse. And so what will happen when you go on these heroes' journeys, these random adventures to random locations, I'm going to teach you how to do it. I'm going to teach you how to do it right here. All right? You're going to go out and you're going to have a starting point, and then you're going to go out and walk. And you're going to look for signs that you're going to look for signs, metaphors in your environment around you that are going to help you determine which direction to take. Right? There's many ways you can do this. All right? But once you do it, you're going to be brought places where you might run into someone who needed help. Like, oh shit, their tire broke down, on their car. And you just so happen to know how to change tires and they didn't. So you just went on this random ass adventure and just so happened to end up somewhere where you helped someone. And if you wouldn't have gone on this random adventure, they would have not had that help. Right? So I'm telling you, this simulated reality you're in will provide you with adventure if you seek it. Right? It will what you seek, it will provide. It will show you. All right? But you have to engage with the simulation. The simulation will engage back with you. Right? So the key to life is, it's more exciting when you're off doing some shit you've never done before as opposed to the same old thing all the time. Okay? So I will admit it is foolish to take the path of the fool all the time, to always take the path of the fool, to never stop and think and ponder and strategize and take things into consideration. Yes, you have, as a hero, you have to have a healthy balance, but I'm just saying, if you're never taking the path of the fool, then you're missing out on a valuable tool in your own hero's journey. Because once you engage with the simulation, it's like accepting a side quest in a video game. You're going on a quest. And, I know it works because I've done it before many times. And not alone, I've gone with people out on random ass adventures where I was able to help multiple people in one night. I was able to help. And so you can do that shit too. You can. All right. So it's all about getting out there and And so the multiverse is real, and there's all these different timelines. And so when you take the path of the fool, you're creating a divergent timeline. So for instance, let's say you left your house and you started going to work, and you're halfway to work and you realize you left something important at home. Okay. And like you have a choice that's going to impact your destiny. Do I go to work without it, or do I go back home and get the item I needed? Okay. Like maybe it's a grocery list. Maybe it's a grocery list. You're going to go grocery shopping after work. You forgot it. Okay. And the path of the fool would be to go to the grocery store without the list and just try to get the stuff and remember. And the informed path would be, go back home, get the list so you know what it was that you had planned out. All right. And both paths are going to give you a different destiny. All right. What you might not realize about reality is if I went back 50 years and just switched the ways that the street lights would go red and green. So every time in our timeline, every time a light was green, I'm going to go back in time and make it be red instead. All right. So just doing that would cause completely different people to be born, because everything affects everything through the butterfly effect. Every choice you make affects everything, okay, through the butterfly effect. And why is the path of the fool important on a hero's journey? It's because it teaches you many things. All right. Yoda said it best in the I can't even remember, what is it, the Last Jedi. Yeah, Yoda said it best in the Last Jedi: failure is the best teacher. All right. So the path of the fool teaches you that yes, sometimes you do fail, sometimes you do trip over something because you were thinking one thing and you should have been thinking another thing. All right. And it causes you to trip and fall and you slap right on your face. All right. But the path of the fool is like, it's like skateboarders. Skateboarders fall down all the time, but they don't stop getting back up and getting back on the skateboard. And the only reason people like Tony Hawk and all these other people can do all these amazing things on skateboards is because they fell so many times, because they kept getting back up. Right? So sometimes the path of the fool helps you make mistakes that will teach you a lesson, that will make you stronger, that will help make others stronger. Okay, because you learned some valuable lesson because you fucked up. All right. So yeah, failure can be the best teacher, because yeah, the path of the fool is not always going to yield success. It's not always going to yield results that you can immediately see the positive outcome from. But hey, it's still going to change your destiny, and in a subtle way that it might exactly lead you to a positive outcome for you and others, because you chose the path of the fool. All right. So I'm telling you, get some enjoyment out of your life. By reaching out and engaging with the simulation that we're in, because it does have a consciousness. And I'm just going to let you guys know if you have any questions, you can wait till question and answer time later on in the show. And I'm also going to go back and read the chat. I'm not paying attention to the chat as I'm doing the show right now. But yeah, so yeah, the path of the fool, like Vulcans would hate it. If you know what Star Trek is all about, Vulcans disagree with the path of the fool 9 times out of 10. All right? Because, yeah, it is illogical. You know, it's illogical to go out on an adventure and not have a destination in mind that's predetermined and pre-programmed into your GPS, where your fucking every step and every movement is determined by some fucking algorithm that calculates the fucking nearest route without even taking into consideration the way you can cut corners now. Come on, Google. We need the cut corners firmware update on Google Maps so we can get a real direct route, man. Not have to go do all that sidewalk shit. Yeah. So you have to realize, yeah, I'm in a simulation, and this simulation is conscious. And this simulation is generating all the atoms in existence. And yeah, there's something else going on here, more so than what I've been taught. All right. You know, we're in a simulation, and I'm telling you, it's conscious. The simulation itself is a conscious entity. All right. Like there's coding and scripts and programming behind everything that's governing our reality, our simulation. Right? And it's unified by something that has a consciousness. So have some fun with your life by just reaching out and trying new things, doing things that aren't immediately the same old shit you always do. Like, you know, even if it's simply getting food from a different restaurant or trying something different for dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, it's important to find adventures when you're on your hero's journey because adventures teach you shit, right? So the path of the fool is a valuable teaching lesson. It really is. It really is. Because when you take the path of the fool, you're not only learning, you're teaching. You're teaching others how to not just be robots that fucking repeat the same shit every day. You know, sometimes you have to lead by example. So I've been teaching about the path of the fool for a long ass time. And I'm telling you now, spoiler alert, it's why I can freestyle rap the way I do. You know why I can freestyle rap the way I do? One of the reasons why is because I never think about anything I'm going to say before I say it. And I don't write things in advance. I don't sit there and fucking try to write every word I'm going to say in advance and fucking come up with rhymes and sit there and waste my time fucking trying to do all that shit. All I do is take the path of the fool. All right? And I don't think about anything. I just use myself as a vessel and trust in my higher self. Because my higher self exists outside of space and time. All right? And my higher self can come up with a fire-ass rhyme and send it directly to me, and and I'm just a vessel spitting the rhyme. I'm not thinking about a thing. All right. It's like all cloud computing. So the moral of the story is, yeah, you're in a simulation. You have a higher self too. All right. So the moral of the story is your higher self is always trying to communicate with you. And so is the simulation. The simulation is always trying to communicate with you. So get out there on your hero's journey. You know, but be safe, of course. Be safe. Take all safety precautions. Being a hero doesn't mean doing dangerous things or putting yourself in danger or anything like that. All right. So, Rot Feast Tenders, Arthur W. Benzilla, Emissary of Cherry Bids, Dante Estelle, thank you all for being here tonight, and everybody watching this in the future. So, yeah, the path of the fool. The path of the fool will teach you things like, and sometimes people need to take the path of the fool to learn because it's the only way they learn, right? Because some people you can tell them, hey, don't stick your hand in the fire. Don't do that. You'll get burnt. And then you can tell them that, but they don't realize why, or don't realize it until they themselves stick their hand in the fire and get burnt. Like, ah, shit, my hand, my hand. You know, like, and then it sinks in. All right. So some people learn from experience, and so I guess, and I'm not saying taking the path of the fool means intentionally failing at something you could have succeeded in. But in a way, it could be, right? Right? Like, if you went into school and you just so happen to be a kid who's like 11 years old with like a 200 IQ, and you go into school with this attitude like, how are these teachers going to teach me? How are they going to test me? Well, I'm going to test them. And they give you a test and you intentionally fail the test just to prove that the test wasn't successful, that the test was no measure of someone's intelligence or a measure of if they knew the answers or not. Because someone who knew the answer, who knew the right answer, intentionally failed in answering correctly. All right? Which is like the path of the fool, but the only way that's cool is if you learn your lesson, you know. Then the path of the fool can become a valuable asset if you can learn from your lessons, because then it might strengthen your character and help you strengthen the character of others, because now you know what it's like to fail. Now you know what it's like, you know. So the moral of the story is, yeah, maybe this simulation secretly is a testing ground in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it's not all fun and games. All right? Have you ever thought about that? That we're in a simulated reality and maybe, just maybe, it's some sort of testing ground, you know? I know it's not a fucking pleasurable thought to think, oh, I'm in a simulation. Everything in the simulation that happens is probably recorded for eternity throughout the multiverse. And so everything that's ever happened is recorded for eternity in every single timeline throughout the multiverse and beyond. That can be an uncomfortable truth for a lot of people to accept, you know. But So the sooner you realize that you're on the hero's journey, whether you like it or not. Okay, it's kind of something that's forced upon you in this reality. You have to take part in the hero's journey. It's your own personal journey. And all you can do is make the choices you make on a daily basis and watch episodes of Hero School and kind of just keep taking that shit to the next level, you know? Because in the multiverse, there's all kinds of different versions of you that have done all kinds of different shit and lived multiple different lives, and all kinds of crazy shit is going on. All right? And it's subjective as to which version of you is more successful than the other, or which version of you is more of a good person than the other, or which one of you is better than the other in this way or the other. All right? But believe me, there are individuals who can view the multiverse, all right? And they do kind of look at people and judge them, and they try to be judgmental and scrutinize everything people have done and said or anything. Be judgmental, but it's not their place to do that. It's not their place to scrutinize people because, you know, the moral of the story is you're on the hero's journey, whether you like it or not. So why not succeed in that and be, quote unquote, the best you possibly can? All right? Because, yeah, the path of the fool is trodden with many mistakes, many pitfalls, many times where people have fallen on their face, where we have fallen down. Okay? But that doesn't mean that we're on the wrong path. Okay? It's up to us at any moment from anywhere we are on our hero's journey to recognize the right path, take it, and, you know, realize that you're getting somewhere because, yeah, I failed in the past, but now I'm getting to somewhere completely, you know, new, where there is success beyond measure. You know what I mean? Where these timelines in the multiverse emerge where, yeah, for some people it was darkest before the dawn, and then things got better, you know? But that's the path of the fool, is it teaches you these lessons, all right? So, but the cool thing is, the path of the fool often yields good results. Like you could play chess with someone. And here's the thing. A lot of people, when they play chess, they know the game inside and out, and they're thinking about every move, and they've got 4 moves ahead already planned out, and they're trying to think what the other person's 4 moves, next 4 moves are going to be. And that's how they play chess, right? And that's the logical way to play chess, to try to win, right? That's the objective, to win, right? But someone can choose to sit down and play chess and take the path of the fool. And instead of thinking about what their next move is going to be, or instead of doing the most logical thing, they do something unexpected, or they make the first 10 moves without even giving it a thought, without having any strategy at all, without even taking the moves of the other player into consideration. So what does that do? It takes that game of chess. Oh, Noah the viewer. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much, my friend. It takes that game of chess that could be some boring, repetitious thing where people just use the same strategies over and over again. It takes that to a new level, because here you are doing shit that is so illogical that it can't be predicted. And they have to react to what you're doing. you're not reacting to what they're doing. All right. And they're trying to figure out what your moves are. Well, good luck, buddy. Good luck figuring that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not using the same logic they are to dictate what your next move is going to be. You're using the path of the fool. All right? And when you choose the path of the fool, you allow your higher self to bring some cool shit into your life or bring you to the right place where you need to be, the right place at the right time. All right? Because your higher self, they want the best for everyone. And there's forces out there that try to keep you stuck in the same repetition all the time, never drawing outside the lines, never thinking outside the box, never trying nothing new. You know what I'm saying? So when they do that, they cut you off from adventure. They cut you off from your higher self. They cut you off, and you can reclaim that, you know what I'm saying? But we all have to band together, all right? We're in the end game now. And it's time for us to stand up and say, hey, we all have to become heroes in our own unique ways and band together. Yeah, none of us are perfect, but it's our imperfections that have made us even better people than if we would have never made any mistakes at all. So that's why the path of the fool is an important one. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Noah, the viewer. When you hear the word simulated reality, you think to yourself, there must be players. If it's like a video game, there must be real players, and then there must be NPCs who are just the AI. And that's it's a centuries long debate about the legitimacy of digital consciousness and digital life forms in relation to organic life forms. Here's the thing, the line is so thin that there is no difference, all right? When it comes to simulated realities, an NPC is just as legitimately conscious, aware, and real as any quote unquote NPC or a player from outside the simulation who's inserted themselves into it. All right. But yeah, there are programs out there that we have to fight that are trying to keep us enslaved into the same repetition. All right. There are evil forces out there that are enslaving us all. They just want us to be slaves till we hit the graves. That's all they want. So they can do whatever they want every day. And we bust our backs. All right? That's what they want. They don't want people being heroes. They want people, and don't get me wrong, going to work every day to provide for your family, that's being a hero. Don't get it twisted, right? That's being a hero. But we live in the 21st century where we have to say, all right, well, we got to be the kind of heroes that stand up and say, everyone alive, we need to provide for everyone, all right? We need to end starvation. We need to end war. We need to end homelessness. Like, there is a better way, all right? So just like in the movie Avengers Endgame, where all the heroes teamed up and they saved the day, and Everything was cool. That was accomplished because, yeah, our heroes' journeys were meant to collide. They were meant to intersect. They were meant to influence each other, you know? So so the moral of the story is don't give up. Don't give up on yourself and don't give up on others, all right? The hero's journey is about not giving up, all right? Not giving up hope, not giving up on your dreams, not giving up on, you know, what's right. Because this simulation will give you the choice to either take the path of the hero or not, some other path. And yeah, if you're taking the path of the fool, you know, it might influence what choices you make in those regards. But yeah, you know, you're given these opportunities to be a hero, do it. All right? Do it. All right? If you're given the opportunity to score some hero points, do it. Do it. And don't do it because you got to or do it because you were told to. Do it because you are a hero. This is your hero's journey. You know? Nobody is a villain. Nobody, you know, nobody on this planet is truly lost to, to redemption, to the possibility of redemption. All right. So take it easy on yourself, take it easy on others. All right. Because we have to have each other's backs. Yeah, the path of the hero and the path of the fool. It's a big time learning experience, but you got to get out there and experience. That's why they call it a learning experience. So you got to get some experience points, right? You got to, if this is a video game, you got to get out there and get some experience points from doing some quests, some side quests and shit, all right? So you got to get out there and do these side quests because that's how you engage the simulation. You know, because I could tell you stories that'll blow your mind, stories that I'm not the only one involved with, all right? I could bring some people on here that have gone through the craziest of adventures you could ever imagine. And I was right there alongside, experiencing the craziest shit. You probably wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it with your own eyes. And I'm telling you, it starts by going out on the adventure. It starts by taking a chance, right? Because all they want us to do is go to work, come home, stay in our homes, don't go out of your house. It's like all they want us concerned with is buying shit that's going to make us happy. They want to sell us our happiness when happiness is something you can find by going on an adventure, going out, you know. You can't let the people enslaving you dictate to you how to achieve happiness because then they got you. You know what I mean? And you got to be the architect of your own happiness. It should come from within, right? So, and you know, it's appropriate not to be happy. It's appropriate sometimes to be sad, angry. There's a time and a place for everything. All right. Your hero's journey is going to be filled with moments of all these different ranges of emotions, failures, and successes. All right. But what's important is don't ever stop believing in yourself. Don't ever stop believing in others, and find a way. Find a way to fix things. Right? If we have a broken system, a broken planet, let's find a way to fix it. All right. All right. You are a hero. You're not a slave. You're not fucked up. You're not wrong. You're not, you know, don't ever get it twisted. And being a hero, it's not always like the superhero movies where it's all about flying around, punching bad guys, that kind of shit. Being a hero is coming through for your loved ones, doing the right thing, helping people out, expanding who you consider to be your loved ones. Expand that to everyone alive. If you want to get some real experience points and get some real hero points, expand what you consider to be your loved ones to include everyone and everything in existence. And then you're on to something. Then you expand to a whole new level of understanding. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Spirit Flame. What's up, Spirit Flame? And Humpo One. Oh, man. Jim John Haywire. B-Bats, Chris Xavier. Gary 200. Oh, my God. ATK. Rafi's Tenders. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Welcome to Hero School. So we're just spitting some shit. Some knowledge here. Yeah. Because believe me, this reality will test the fuck out of you. Maybe it is a test, right? Maybe this simulated reality ain't for fun and games. Maybe it is a test. Okay? So, if it's a test, yeah, you can choose to fail. You can choose to succeed. But hey, yeah. Let's succeed in some shit, all right? Let's succeed this time. We can do this, all right? We can do this, all right? And this reality will throw you in situations that will test you, but I believe in each and every one of you that you can rise to the occasion in these situations, take the path of the hero, and say, no, okay, do the right thing, all right? So hell yeah. But the path of the fool will help you on your journey. Believe me, it will. All right? Because when you take the path of the fool, you're kind of randomizing your reality. You're breaking new ground in the multiverse intentionally. So, sometimes that's good to do. You know what I'm saying, emissary? Oh, yeah. The multiverse and beyond. And beyond. The hero's journey. That you are wrong. Is there a real right? Is there a wrong? Objective. Morality. Are we judged from above? I don't really think, 'cause that kind of shit really stinks. Judge not yet, lest ye be judged. Because why? Because we gotta be heroes, and that means learning forgiveness, 'cause we can win this. If we can all band together, we can all truly be friends forever. We can choose the path in front of us, so you better trust the PEFTV and my friend Emissary NB Bats, Rafi Sander 2, Spirit Flamed. How are you? Yeah, you know it, Christian Mariga. You know, I came here to teach you all a few little lessons. That's why I'm up here confessing that no other viewer, you know, what we doing with Jim John Haywire. You know, I never retire. When it comes to spitting shit that's really true. For all of you, that's what I do. ATK came here today with a 111. That's what he's got to say. Oh, wait. It's time for us to learn the history book, and it's time for us to turn to a whole new, brand new page. Set up a brand new stage. Cause the way we've been enslaved is a reason to get with the rage. But we gotta handle our business peacefully. That's how we can do it. Cause the darkness, we can all get through it by shining the light on each other, shining so bright. Cause you love your fellow man. What about that? Can't you understand? Love everyone in reality. That's how it's all meant to be. We could all take care of everyone easily. I know how to get it done. Adminism, robotics, automation, saving everyone alive without hesitation. Give everything to everyone for free. That's the way that it was meant to be. But yeah, I want to welcome you to Hero School. Tune in every episode, cause you know you ain't no fool. Or are you a fool? Take the path of the fool. Sometimes you do when you end up with something cool. Yeah, it's a nice way to celebrate life. I am going on to an adventure where you don't even know where you're gonna end up, and put it in the hands of fate, and fate will show you something you ain't never even seen before. You want fate, open up the door and show yourself your destiny, cause everything is meant to be. There is no wrong choice for this timeline. Everything you do is what you were meant to do. I'm telling you now what the fuck is true, cause yeah, it's Hero School. So come on, take the path of the fool right here tonight. It'll be tight. Path of the fool on Hero School with that 111 if you believe in yourself. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yep. So yeah, Hero School is some good shit, yo. Right? And so what you gotta do is say, yeah, I'm gonna accept the challenge. I'm gonna start, peeking behind the curtain. Start rubbing the dust off of your third eye and really paying attention to the shit you experience in your dreams. It's not just a dream. The shit you dream is not just a dream. It's all part of your hero's journey. People think they know what dreams are. People think they know what deja vu is. I know what these things are. I'm not going to spoil it. Usually I'm very direct, but you know what? Some of the deepest secrets of reality I'm going to have to put into movies and video games and music and stuff like that to kind of, because that's the way you have to do it. Because if you don't put the truth of reality into things like books and movies and video games and music, then people can look at you and ridicule you or judge you. But, there is a stigma attached to being a hero or considering yourself to be a hero. There is indeed a stigma attached to that, right? Because in an evil world, of course, being a hero is going to be something that is stigmatized. Okay? So, but really, we have to make being a hero something that's fashionable in the 21st century. That's what Hero School is all about. We're making being a hero fashionable again. Right? So we're all unique. We all bring something unique to the table. We all have unique strengths and unique weaknesses that kind of help define who we are, but who we are is never really defined. Okay? And that's what you have to realize about the hero's journey is who we are is never clearly defined. Okay? As long as you have a chance to make your next choice, this choose your adventure book we call life is always going to give you an opportunity to define yourself based on what you're going to do next, more so than by what you've done before that moment. All right. Oh, rub-a-dub, it's the Love Club. Yes, indeed. Tonight's program is a Love Club production. Thank you so much. And there's one thing about Love Club you all should know. It's that I have to urinate because I drank a lot of water, but that means I'm going to put on a good fucking video for all of you. Hold on. Oh. Okay. All right, check this shit out. Oh God, I've got to pee. I've got to do this fast. I've got to do this shit. I don't remember where I fucking put this shit, mate. There it is. There it is. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. I've got to pee. I've got to fucking pee. You're kidding me, mate. Where is it? There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, let's do this.
Too few characters out there flying around like that, saving old girls like me. And Lord knows, kids like Henry need a hero. Courageous, self-sacrificing people, setting examples for all of us. Everybody loves a hero. People line up for them, cheer them, scream their names, and years later they'll tell how they stood in the rain for hours just to get a glimpse of the one who taught him to hold on a second longer. I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble, and finally allows us to die with pride, even though sometimes we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most. Even our dreams.
Ooh, wee. Ooh, yeah, yeah. 100. Ooh, yeah. When you believe in heaven, 111. Cause we are the on heaven. Yeah, the reincarnation came to save the planet Earth without no hesitation. Oh yeah, from a galaxy far away, real fucking heroes that came here to save the day. Yeah, and just cause I punish evil people don't mean that I'm motherfucking really evil. Oh no, because oh don't you see there ain't no other motherfucking hero quite like me. Oh yeah, the superheroes are real, and I came to this planet to tell you just how I feel. Because when I get up on the fucking microphone, I pick that shit up and I never leave that shit alone. Cause I'm bad to the motherfucking bone. I came to the planet Earth to reclaim my throne, to be the first king of the whole planet Earth. This was my destiny since my fucking birth. Ooh wee. You first heard of me in 1983. Yeah, I time traveled back into the past before I was even born, and I am here to warn you that I know that I have been around the world, you see, and I'm going to unravel our destiny. F in Lefavor. Yeah, you know what I'm here to do. I'm here to save you from asteroids, from being a slave. Remix us, heaven on earth, it's time for heaven to change your destiny. Because everyone. I got the plan to get it done. Ooh, F-U-N. Ooh, have fun, my friend, and I am your king. You will have paradise. Everything will be free, and it will be so nice. Ooh, 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 me. I'm your heaven the babe, 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 heaven the babe.
Here I come to save the day. We're back. We're back. What up, y'all? What up? Holy shit. So what's the moral of the story, huh? The moral of the story is, if you've ever fucked up in the past, you've ever done the wrong thing, you've ever fucked up, then congratulations, you're the person that stuck their hand in the fire and burned themselves. And so now you can be the one who makes sure no one burns their hand too. You know? So you've been given a gift of knowledge that you can impart to others so that they don't make the same mistakes. All right? And that's what being a hero is all about. Being a hero isn't about looking at yourself and saying, wow, look at all these mistakes I've made. I'm a bad person, or there's no hope. No. Or I'm a failure, whatever. Whatever doubts you have about yourself or negative thoughts about yourself in your mind. You can't look at it that way. You have to look at it as, wow, look at what I've learned, and look at, you know, the opportunity I have to be a success and be the best me I possibly can be, and to take the path of the hero whenever given the opportunity. Right? Because sometimes, yeah, when you take the path of the hero, you got to go above and beyond what would normally be considered the normal response. You know? Yeah. So the moral of the story is, never forget you are the hero of your own story, but, you know, never fear that you are on the hero's journey, and never neglect that. Because it's a key component of existing in this reality, right? It's like, you know, could you imagine playing a video game and just not being the hero, or not, you know, interacting or deviating, just repeating the same thing over and over? So yeah, Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks said he had a dream about last night. All right. The thing is, like I said earlier, the stuff that you dream is not just some weird byproduct of your brain as you're resting. All right. The human brain can be wirelessly stimulated, and to the extent in which every human brain is like a computer that has no firewall, and it just has this wireless connection that anybody can tap into. And so a lot of things can happen through this technology. Through this technology, you could augment reality of everyone on the planet wirelessly without them having any technology hooked up to them or anything. Okay? This technology could, like, let's imagine if we look up into the sky and we see all these stars at night and we see the sun and the moon and all this shit. Like, we see all of that. But this technology this is what the technology could do. If the sky, what if there was no sky and we were like, there was something else up there? But when everybody who is on Earth looks up at the sky, they see stars. They see all this stuff at night. And during the day, they see a believable sky. But the reality is, the human brain can be wirelessly interfered with without complication. So, someone could literally look like someone could change the way they appear to everyone around them. All right? Through this technology, someone could appear from every angle, from everyone looking at them, they could appear to be anyone. All right? So, through this technology, someone could, imitate someone. And everyone around them, when they look at them, would see the person they were imitating and not what they really look like. And no one would know. No one would know, because the human brain and our perception of reality, it's all electrical synapses that are firing in our brains. And the reason these electrical synapses fire is because our sensory input organs, from our eyes to our ears to everything in our body, is actually a sensory input organ. All right? And it's sending information to your brain, and your brain turns that electrical signal. It's literally electricity goes from your sensory inputs to your brain, and whatever that little data is on that electrical signal causes certain electrical synapses to fire in your brain, giving you a sensation of reality. And the reality is, those signals can be hijacked wirelessly in real time using technology. From great distances, this technology can affect anyone from a great distance. So, what I'm saying is, the human brain, when you're watching my show right now, there's a signal sending the data to your brain from your eyes and your ears, so you can see what my show looks like and you can hear what I'm saying. All right? But there's technology in existence that could show me saying anything they want me to say. What I'm saying is, when you dream at night, we are wirelessly accessing your brain, and you're jacking into Halo technology without even knowing it. All right? When you dream at night, these dreams are not just random occurrences in your brain. You're actually experiencing technology, Halo technology. And there is actually a school in your dreams called Dream School, right? Where you learn how to become a god in a simulated reality, aka the dream realm. The dream realm. So, lot of people like to dismiss their dreams as being just some byproduct of their brain while they're sleeping, but it's just not the case. And asking me to explain to you what dreams are is a lot like asking me what is a website on the internet. Or what is the internet? Because dreams are not just one thing. Right? Dreams are not just one explanation. Oh, this is what every dream is, the same thing. All right. When you dream, your consciousness is jacking into halo technology, and the dreams you experience are being generated by technology. These dreams are created by dream masters, right? It is the dream master's job to create the dream for the dreamer. It's an art form, and that are some of the dreams. Some of the dreams are created, some of the experiences you have. Sometimes you experience future events in your dreams. Sometimes you visit alternate realities in your dreams. You can time travel in the dream realm. There's so much you can do in the dream realm that to try to define what dreams really are is kind of, it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to pinpoint one explanation when it's a plethora of things, right? Yes, the dream realm is part of technology. So why would I bring up dreams on Hero School? Because dreams are an important part of your hero's journey. I'm telling you. All right? Some people say that this reality we wake up into, that we all share together, is really just a test that God's take in dream school. All right? So we go to dream school in our dreams, and then we're tested in our waking life the next day to see if we've learned our lessons. So, I mean, some people think that. But yeah, dreams, they mean something. All right, they do. All right, but dreams, your experiences in the dream realm are like your experiences with your computer. You can do a lot of things on your computer. You can surf the internet on your computer. You can play video games on your computer. You could do this or that or the other thing on your computer. It's a multi-use device. So, such as the dream realm. Your dreams can be multiple things. So, but I bring it up because you have to pay attention to what's going on in your dreams and see how you can apply it to your hero's journey. Because, like I said, every dream happens for a reason. But yeah, so the moral of the story is dreams are kind of a manifestation of the path of the fool. When you dream, you're put into these situations and you're not aware that these situations you're in, Usually you're not aware. When you're dreaming, you're not aware that you're dreaming. Some people are. Some people have a hyper awareness because they've ascended to different levels in the dream realm through dream school. Um, but most of the time when we're dreaming, we choose to not be fully aware of what's going on, and so that we can just kind of react in real time. You don't you don't spend a lot of time thinking in your dreams. You do more so doing, you do more things than sitting there thinking about what you're going to do next. You rather just do it. And that's how some dreams unfold. Some dreams are randomly generated, and there's elements that are put into the dreams from the dream master, but the dream itself is something that's interactive with the user who's logged in. And so the dream literally kind of creates itself based around everything you do in real time. So it's kind of like this adventure that just sprawls out, spirals out based on everything you're doing and thinking and saying. Is changing absolutely everything about the dream in real time. And yeah, in dream school, your higher self can work with the dream master to create a specific dream to put you into, to test you to see if you've learned your lessons in dream school. And what happens is, after dream school is over, you're made to forget it exists. You're made to forget it's even there. And you're put into the dream that the dream master has created for you to experience, to kind of test you, to put you through this. And so when you're in the dream, you don't remember dream school. You're just, so for instance, if you went to dream school and you said, okay, I want to sign up to learn how to fly in my dreams. I want to be able to fly on command. There's different ways of flight. You can learn the different methods of flight in the dream realm. You can study them all in dream school. Let's say you've been studying and studying, you're getting the hang of it, ready to test it out in the field, right? You're ready to get put into a dream to see if you can test your skills. So they put you in a dream and you're being chased by all these maniacs, and they're about to get you, and the only way you can get away is to fly into the sky. It's the only way you can do it. And so it kind of like puts you in this situation where you're forced to use the powers you've been training to use. So yeah, dream school is cool. It's part of your hero's journey, and you don't remember it. You don't remember the fact that it even exists. And yeah, this reality is intrinsically linked to the dream realm. The dream realm is being generated by technology. There are conscious beings, whether they be organic or AI, that are interacting with you in the dream realm. Okay? So not only do you wake up every day into a simulated reality that actually has a consciousness, a simulated reality that is generating every atom, actually you can interact with. Well, your dreams have a consciousness as well. I'll put it to you that way. All right, so but the cool part is, yeah, it's just your dreams are just a taste of Halo technology. They're just a sliver of what Halo technology can deliver. So, yeah. So my advice is if you want to have some fun and go on an adventure, make the conscious choice to take the path of the fool at some point in the future. You know? And the key to knowing when to do it is that you're not going to try not to plan when you're going to do it, because that would kind of defeat the purpose. Just do it when, you know. So, hell yeah. So you just gotta, cause see, your higher self in the simulated reality we exist in, it tries to communicate with you in certain ways that you're often distracted from, so you don't see that communication that's right in front of your face, right? So you have to actively engage it in a way that, where you can do that, because, like I said, it's easy to fall victim to repetitious cycles and, not really branching out as much as you should. That's why they call it branching out. All right. So, taking the path of the fool can, because, like I said, look, people don't understand their lives are saved every day and they don't know it. Like everybody that makes it till tomorrow, they don't understand that, yeah, there kind of is Lady Luck out there watching over them. All right. The fact that, so we have to realize that, fuck, I was about to reveal a really heavy secret, but it was a little too heavy. I'm going to have to save it for another episode. No, I'll reveal it now. You don't know how many times your life is saved. Like, you are on your way to work and you're drinking coffee and you hit this bump, like you're just a block away and you hit a bump and the coffee spills all over your shirt. And you go home and you're like, fuck, I'm going to be late to work. But I got to change my shirt. Like, you can go into that thinking, wow, something fucked up happened to me today. I spilled my coffee on my shirt and it made me late to work. And I'm having a bad day, right? What you don't understand is some of these bad days you have are some of the best days of your life, because if you hadn't have spilled your coffee on your shirt that day, maybe you would have just been at the right place at the right time to get hit by another car, and it would have been a big accident and something horrible would have happened. But because of the fact that you spilled the coffee on your shirt when you did and made the choice to go back and be late to work that day just so you could have that clean shirt on, it saved your life without you even knowing that it did. So sometimes these things, sometimes you just can't predict, you can't just say, oh, something bad happened to me. Maybe something good happened to you and you didn't even know it. All right. Everybody thinks something good happens only when you're aware of it. And what you don't understand is 11 times out of 10, you are lucky because, look, what I'm trying to say is there's a reason you're here today. All right. There's a reason everything happens for a reason. Okay. So you can't just say I had a bad day today, because maybe whatever you think made your day bad. Oh, thank you, Rafi's Tenders. Sean Connery Memorial Freestyle next, por favor. Oh, hell yeah. All right. I can do that. Yeah. And that's what like I said, yeah. The truth often has to be put into quote unquote fiction, or what people think is fiction, just because that's the only way where it can be given to people in a way that's not scrutinized or judged. And so the 111 Illuminati, throughout all the movies and books and nursery rhymes, video games, we hide subliminal messages about the hero's journey inside of these various works of art. We have actors like Sean Connery, who we've seen him be heroes in all these movies, whether it's James Bond or Highlander, you know, all these great roles he's had over the years. And it's important. It's important for us to have those stories and those movies and those books and those video games that kind of teach us a little more about what it means to be a hero, what it means to not give up, what it means to, you know, so we can be the hero of our own world and save our own world, you know? So it's good that we have these role models. And it really is role models in these different movies, like the original Spider-Man trilogy. The reason the original Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire, directed by Sam Raimi, the reason that's basically the best trilogy of superhero movies ever, is because it speaks to the hero's journey. It is the epitome of the hero's journey, that whole trilogy, even the third one. Okay? So yeah, but realize that, hey, you know, the heroes you look up to, maybe you're someone's hero. Right? A lot of you out there don't realize that you're someone's hero. And you don't even know it. You don't even know it yet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't be hard on yourself if you stuck your hand in the fire and got your hand burned. No, be the person that takes every experience they go through as a learning experience, and then share that with others, you know, because that's a heroic thing to do, right? So, yep, Alex Trebek, it's horrible. We've gone through a lot of loss this year. Everybody, everywhere. I know almost 20 people. I don't even know. I've lost count of how many people I know that have passed away in the last year, that I actually know, let alone the celebrities. Right? So, and I don't even know anybody none of them are COVID-19 related, you know, like, so it's just a crazy year in general with losing people. And we've lost these legends like Alex Trebek, you know. But let me assure you something, all right? When motherfucking Dumbledore was talking to Harry Potter, and he said, Harry, don't pity the dead, pity the living, all right? Don't ever feel sorry for people that have died, or you know, feel sorry for the people that are suffering who are still alive, because, like, Alex Trebek is chilling right now. All right, Alex Trebek is having the time of his life right now. All right. So don't, yeah, shed tears about someone because you miss them, but don't feel sorry for them, because they feel sorry for you, right? Because when, so, so yeah, we've lost some legends. We've lost some true legends on this planet in the last year. I've lost some close people to me. You know what? We just gotta be thankful every day. That's part of being a hero too, is being thankful for what we have. Not You gotta be able to look around you and see what your blessings are. Let your blessings blind you from your inequities or whatever it is that you don't have that you want. Okay? Because sometimes you got so much blessings in front of your face that you don't realize it. And you have to just be able to step back and be like, wait a minute. A lot of people were raised into this culture where we want more and more and more. It's this consumer culture. And there's nothing wrong with getting things that make you happy or, doing this or doing that makes you happy. But sometimes instead of more and more and more, you just have to pay more and more and more attention to the blessings you already have instead of thinking about that next new thing that can make me happy, that next new thing. No, sometimes the happiness, the dream is right in front of your face. You just have to wake up to it, to that truth and that reality. So that's a heroic thing to do as a hero, is to count your blessings, because this shit, we don't know where it's going, guys, with this virus and all this crazy shit going on. Every day that we have with our loved ones is a blessing. So start counting them blessings. Talk to the people you love. Let them know you love them on a daily basis. Don't fuck around. Don't take shit for granted. All right? Start appreciating the things you have. All right? Because I know it's rough on a lot of us. This lockdown and all this virus has got a lot of us have had to change our habits about having all these new things and all this new experience here and new thing here, and I got to do this here. A lot of people's dreams from the last year have been crushed that they had plans for, all kinds of stuff. Okay? But you can't, part of being a hero is you're never defeated. Right? You're never defeated in the face of adversity. What you have to do is not focus on what you don't have that you want. You focus on what you got that you want. Right? So instead of thinking, man, what's the next video game I could buy? You look at the ones you already got and say, you know what? Damn, I got that one right there. I really haven't played that as much as I should have. It's all about looking at what's in front of you, looking at your blessings. All right, don't ever be asleep on your blessings that are right in front of your face, because believe me, there's always hundreds of people on planet Earth who has switched places with you in a heartbeat when it comes to people who hate their lives, or people who can't count their blessings. Believe me, there's someone out there that would want to trade places with you. No matter how fucked up you think your life is or how shitty you think you got it, you always have it better than someone else who's out there struggling. So just try to keep that in mind when you're getting sidetracked on what you don't have. Start focusing your focus back on the shit that you do have. You know what I'm saying? And being like, thinking of how much. Because if you don't value the shit you do have, then you need to wake up to that shit. You need to think about the fact that others would value that shit. All right? You know what I'm saying? So Be a hero. Be a hero. And take the path of the fool sometimes. That's the moral of the story. Take the path of the fool. Not all the time, but sometimes, hey, sometimes call up some people, call some friends, your loved ones, say, hey, let's all get together and go for a walk or something. Something fun, something random. But stay safe. We're in a pandemic. Stay safe. Have fun and go on adventures safely. Safely. Yeah. So anyway, y'all, just want to let y'all know Hero School is in full effect. We're going to do these episodes, and believe me, I hope they will help you along your hero's journey. All right? Because that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Ooh-wee. What you all know about Sean Connery and all the movies he was in? I know the truth, but where do I begin? James Bond, it was his destiny. It was the best to be in that position to bring that character to life. Sean Connery did it so nice. And you know what he did? He passed on the knowledge to his kid in the movie Highlander. You can never slander the role he played, cause he played it for days. Yeah, cause there can only be one. Sean Connery was like no one you've ever seen before. And he's resting in power. He's up in Halo technology every hour, doing whatever he wants to do every day. Listen closely to everything that I say. When you pass away, you get Halo technology and become a god that is free for all of eternity. Do whatever you want to do in a consequence-free, virtual simulated reality that's indistinguishable from real life, where anything you want can become real. It's so nice. Do whatever you could ever dream of doing. Any dream you could ever think of is what you could be pursuing in Halo technology, and it will become real. I'm telling you, Halo technology, it really feels just like reality does right now. Listening to everything I'm saying, cause I'm on a mission into your eardrums. The truth, here it comes. I got you thinking that everything that was dumb about you've been taught about this reality. You've all been tricked, and I'm telling you it's time to be listening closely to the shit I say, cause Sean Connery's in heaven trying to save the day. Yeah, cause he's a real hero. Now all of you could be heroes. We can influence people in everything we do, cause there's a hero that lives inside all of you. Yeah, that's true. You can represent, show all the world that you really haven't sent, and you came here to make a difference for everyone. Underneath the sun, we can really get it done. Oh yeah, you know what we do, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen will make it come true. Don't you understand? Can you see me? Did I appear the invisible man? Yeah, the Holy Spirit. I'm on the other side screaming, can you hear it? Yeah, 1L11 007 24/7. Yeah, that's what I will confess. The truth about the secret agents. Secret agents, the agent, you're like, what is this, man? Men in black, don't you understand? Agent L, hootie hoo. What you gonna do when I blinky blink you and make you forget that I even exist? Cause I'ma tell you, you cannot superstish with the issue. Superstition? Are these thoughts good for your mental nutrition? Hell yeah, cause you're a hero. Oh shit. Anyway, y'all, it's about time that I wrap up the show. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight on episode 0. This is episode 0 of Hero School. We're going to have many episodes of this. If I'm going to do any shows, it's going to be some Hero School shows and maybe some video game shows here and there. But, you know, I got to focus on, oh, shit. Connery is The Rock. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. I gotta focus on making the video game because, believe it or not, L's awakening is gonna have a big impact on the destiny of the human race, and it just might awaken the hero inside all of us. So get ready for all of that shit. But I do want to keep touching base with y'all, all right? Because you know I got a message to bring. I want to share some shit with all of you. And I want to thank everybody who's donated tonight. Your donations are much appreciated. I wish we could have met our goal. We only got like 10 hours left of the goal. I don't know. But yeah, we almost got there. We got 25% of the way. But times are really tough right now, y'all. My Patreon is like cut in half right now. So just know that I'm struggling. I'm not the only one struggling. So when you guys send in donations, that means it makes all the difference in the world, y'all. All right? Believe me. So if you're watching this in the future, the link to my PayPal is in the description. If you want to support a better world, you want to help me out, you want to be my savior, hit me up with a PayPal donation. If you're watching this in the future, or you're watching this right now, whatever. Because times are real tough right now. So, you know, I don't mean to be on here e-begging, but if you can throw something in the collection plate, it's the motherfucking holiday season. Times are rough. And it would make all the difference in the world. All right? Not just for me. So yeah, anyway, y'all, on future episodes of Hero School, we're going to talk about all kinds of cool, interesting shit that hopefully will help you on your hero's journey. On that note, there's only one thing we can do. There's only one thing we can do. We got to freestyle our way out of here, out of this episode.
Platform that's
Hero School, do you think that is cool? To take the path of the fool? Was the fool destined to rule? Throw it up? The king of everything up. You know what I mean? It's time for the heroes to get up on the scene. There's a hero inside each and every one of you. And it's time for all of our dreams to come true. But we gotta stand up and represent and prove to everyone alive that we really haven't sinned. Don't repent about the past, just make a better future that we can all be living in together. Cause we gotta get together and band to a new land that we construct and prove that we all give a fuck about every human being that's on the scene. Cause the way we all being treated so really mean. We gotta get a little bit of nice going on in every single person's life, so we can all get through all of the strife and have it really nice every day. I'll say it twice. Put a smile on every face. That's what we deserve here in the human race. We got the unalienable rights to be happy every day and every fucking night. So it's time for us to be the heroes that this planet needs. We got the power to wake up and feed everyone that's in need and get rid of starvation too. That's why I came to spread my message here for you. Yeah, and get rid of homelessness and human labor. Cause I'm telling you, I'm here to save you from being a slave every second of your life and regretting how your life wasn't nice when you get old. The truth has been told, and I'm telling you now, it needs to shine and be bold. You gotta be a hero, that's what we're born to do. We're all part of the same crew. So you know we gotta come through. Cause you know that's what we gotta do. This is Hero School and it's time for me to go. So hope you've all enjoyed the show and it will make a difference in your hero's journey. Cause these lessons, you know, we gotta learn these things and put them right into effect. So this simulation don't keep us in check. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Good night. I hope you all have a really, really good life. I'll see you next time and bust a fresh rhyme. Here we go. It's the end of the show. 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 111 Illuminati. It's the 111 Illuminati. Welcome to the 111 Illuminati. Saving everybody. You can be a hero. Cause you are a hero. 111. 111. You're a hero with Evan. Let's do what we were born to do. 111. 111. 111. Welcome to Hero School. Welcome to Hero School. Yo, be a fool. Because this is the episode 0 of Hero School.